So I'm going faster. This is a 58 years old male with non-diabetic with other risk factors also with a class 3-4 angina for last 1 year with positive ETT, but ejection fraction is preserved. And usually for these sort of cases with CCS, we usually see some dramatic coronary anatomy, and which is also present here at the same time. And you can see here that both the bifurcation lesion in the LAD and also a severe disease in the LCX and also a severe disease in the RCS. So we say triple vessel severe diffuse disease and with the intermediate syntax scope. But the thing is that in this part of the world, sometimes the patient will choose to go for the bone cutter rather than they choose the metal lava like us, and that's where the multiple PCA was planned. The lady didn't behave that much well, and ultimately ended up with osteoproximal two-strand strategy, diagonal two-strand strategy, and then it was so hectic at that day, so the multivessel PCA was not done at the same setting. The PCI to CX and RC was planned for the next day. And the story begins there, actually. The next day, immediately for attempting the PCI to LCX by, obviously, by the TRA with 6 French 8 with 3.5 catheter, and meticulous balloon preparation was done with 1.5 and 2 in civil wounds. But Mr. Unpredictable LCX behaved very bad. A 2.25 23 mm case was tried to deploy in the circulation and stuck distally in traffic, not moving here and there despite force. So tried to pull that one for further meticulous preparation, but a great disappointment indeed. I think, can you see what I see here? You see the balloon is in the catheter and the stand is in situ in there, half in the front here and half in the back here. That means in the left main part of the stand and part of the stand in the L6. So this lost device, half in back here and half in front here, no way to escape. The operator, I was not the operator unfortunately at that time, retired hard and asked for the reserve rescuer, and a complex scenario what to be the rescue plan. And then the rescuer, at that time unfortunately it was me, was started sweating at that time. A devastating case of stent loss, and 4 main scenarios that can be encountered here. You know that the partial stent loss in the coronary artery, balloon pressure within the stent, and total stent loss and guide wire loss in the coronary artery, which may be present. Coronary stent loss in the aorta and the peripheral circulation, which Dr. Kaiser has shown already, and total stent loss in the coronary artery with the guide wire in situ. So my case actually this one. So total stent loss in the coronary artery with the guide wire in situ. Fortunately, that was the fortunate part. And so this total stent loss with guide wire in situ, what we can do? Try to pass a small balloon, single markup less than 1.5 to recross the lost stent and inflate the balloon at 3 atmosphere and retrieve the stent. If failed, then you go for if the stent and vessel size is acceptable, deploy the stent in situ with incremental balloon size. In case of stent vessel mismatch, try to advance the lost stent with a single inflated balloon to appropriate site trial. If failed in both cases, then the site of the stent is augmented. We have to see whether it is in proximal. If it is proximal, use the snare techniques to retrieve the lost stent. If it is proximal or middle, use the multi-wire technique to retrieve the lost stent. The stent and upper retrieval is essential. But if both are failed, in that case, crush the stent to the vessel wall, especially if it is in the left main case. So for our case, retrospective thought, the exit plan is the osteoproximal diagonal stents are in situ. Now an undeflated small caliber 2.25 23 mm is lying down, stuck in the left main LCX, pulling the stent out the balloon support, tried a little bit, but crumbling the proximal stent segment. So that was not possible, and it was stuck so much there that further try can cause much more trauma. and then better to make try for fixing it with the left main stem scaffold. Would be reasonable if things go right while deploying the stand properly in the LCS. And the mantra is here that in this part, never lose the one. That is the most important thing. So first job is to fix the stand in LCS in opposing. Proximal struts are a bit deformed already while trying to pull that one by my previous operator. So, but still it was possible, starting with a 1.25 and 1.5 and incrementally escalating the balloon up to 2.5 NC. Fortunately it helped, and before it goes on and later on you see that the stand has been opposed properly in the LCX and part of the stand in the left main. Then widening the left main LED very minutely, sparing the flared up struts of the dislost stand proximally in the left main. That is the next technical part. Very minutely to do that one. If it goes through any one or two struts of the dislost stand, then you will be in another big trouble. So it's a very important step at that time, and which has been also passed by me that time. And then our plan was to crush the stand and do element stamping with a crush technique. So I can't say to pick a card because too much of the stand, the lost stand in the left main is like a larger more than 5 millimeter there in the left main. So when LED, then another hurdle is to rewire the unwanted scaffold, the first rewire. That one also in another hurdle. So that one has also been passed, rewiring done safely, with a piece, and then I was engaged to see the residuals of the Titanic. That means that how much the stand material is there in of the dislost stand. The metal junk you can see in the right corner that the metal junk is there. Then steps of all the ticket crushes were followed. With the 3.5 12 millimeter dash in the left main, and then rewiring, then pot, and after that, the final procedure of inflation, everything has been done safely, though with lots of hurdles, especially with a transferial approach. So final pot and final IVUS, you can see here, with reasonable apposition, with little chunk of steel there, metal in the right, on the right side, in the lowest diagram, you can see that some of the stand materials are there. But still, after a hectic bailout, the smell of joy is there. Not bad. RCA at the same time, this time we also RCA has been well fixed at the same setting. So, to wrap up, I can tell, faulty stand delivery system cannot be predicted from before. Better not to struggle that much in acute angle, especially in L6 situations, to be calm and cool at high time, and don't lose the wear even at sleep. So these are very pretty small things, but to remember all the time. And every worst situation demands a fast backup plan, which we should have, not like this. Thank you very much for your patience hearing.
Thank you, Dr. Saidu. Any question or comment from
I'd like to comment while trying to put a stent in a calcified tight tissue, it's better to have a very good lesion preparation. Otherwise, this kind of thing happens. The stent starts stuck at the intima, hard part, and it stays there and then it comes out when you want to take it out. So, bed preparation is very important. So, to avoid this type of complication, it's better to do regular dilatation of the lesion.
For this case, meticulous preparation is good. Especially, that in this part of the planet, not Dr. Imatsuka's part of the planet where the arteries are so big, because I work in that part, so I know that they're so easy there, the bigger vessel. This part of the world, especially this Mr. Unpredictable LCS, is so small caliber, so diffuse, and the angle, with the right angle, whatever the balloon preparation, vessel bed preparation you do with the modifiable balloons, sometimes while just taking the stand in the desired position is becoming too much hard. And which has happened in this case because it was a right angle and you had a 23mm stand. And so while pushing that one a little bit, and when you felt that you need more and more vessel preparation and trying to pull that one, and by that time the balloon and the stand itself has become too much angry with each other that they have separated themselves. So it was the XB extra backup 6 French jet catheter, 6, because it's a transradial approach. Yeah.
So the reader knows the angle of the LCX. So my question is how to anticipate that it might happen by seeing the NGO?
Not by the NGOs, because sometimes sometimes on L6 is it's the thing is that the operator first one has started doing that one while wearing that one and while keeping the first balloon. You really can understand that a near balloon when you are pulling that like 2 to 15mm, you are just putting that one in the disease vessel in the LCX. How it is behaving? If it is going smoothly, and after inflation, again you are putting it up, I usually do that one. Again I push it, that how easily it's going that way. It's not going that one, you will be alarmed from before. And you will take a bigger, you will further escalate the balloon. Like take a 2.5 NC and do meticulous vessel preparations. So these are important.
Angiography cannot anticipate. You can anticipate when you are doing the balloon dilatation. Whether it is going easily, you can push it and pull. Another thing is L6 is a notorious vessel for complication as well for arrhythmia.
So if there is no question, thank you Dr. Saidul Rahman. We can give a big hand for one question is there. Dr. Saidul Rahman, one question is there.
Related to this presentation, I want to ask a question. In case of a very angulated origin of L6, with a very acute angle to the guide catheter, when we need to put a very long stem, can we use a guide extension like Guide Jira?
Yeah, of course, obviously we will do. Because I'm a radialist, so 99.99% of my cases by transradial approach. But even then, whatever the case is, you have to choose the proper guide catheter. Even 6 French is okay for this part of this planet. You don't have luxury to take a 7 French catheter through transradial or this sort of diameter. But 6 French catheter with the guide extension catheter, sometimes it's very much useful and sometimes it's very much necessary, especially for the LCX. It's very much important. But always keep in mind also that you should have the coaxiality of the guide extension and the guide catheter itself, because otherwise, just to make a beautiful picture of LCX, you may end up with a dissection in the left wing. So that one is also you have to keep in mind.
Trying to place the guide catheter as much as coaxial is more important.
Yeah, that's very
Thank you
good.
so much.
Thank you, Dr. Saidul. Now I am requesting Professor Ankush Gupta for his presentation. I have never seen it.
So may I request our chairpersons to comments and conclude the session. Professor Khaliquজ্জামান and then Dr. Jamil.
Presenter for the brilliant presentation and the very uncomfortable scenarios that can happen for any time during the interventional procedure. But most important thing is the apprehension of the complications that can happen, and preparation in the cath lab with appropriate instruments and the available systems, so that we can tackle the situation properly. And lastly, the early recognition and the early intervention of the complication procedure can save the patient's life. That's the main message for this. Thank you, the presenters, thank you, the participants, and thanks the moderator for their nice moderation. Thanks everyone.
Thank you all. So it is time for tea break. Next, we will come back for live case demonstration from Jaipur, India. It will start sharp at 6:30. So I am requested to all audience go for tea break and come back sharp 6:30 to enjoy the live sessions.